Hi guys, today our topic is Angular CRUD operations. Front end as a Angular, back end as a web API. We can create now Angular project in Visual Studio. Search on Visual Studio. Now I am opening the Visual Studio. Create new project. Search here Angular. I am searching the Angular. Okay, select here a full stack application with a front end Angular, back end as a ASP.NET Core project. We have selected the second one and click on next. Now I am selecting Angular Web API. Web API. This is our project name. I am selecting the source code. I am selecting the location. I am selected the location and click on next and click on create project. It creating our project. Front end as a Angular, back end as a ASP.NET Core Web API. First we have to discuss Web API because we have to give the connection in SQL Server. That's why we have to see first Web API. After that we have to see Angular. Okay, it's creating the project. Project was created. Right click on the API server, set as a startup project because server is first, after that only API client. When you run the server only, the data will access the database. Okay, now I am running the code. In this here we have to see the controller app setting JSON. In this app setting JSON only we have to give the connection string. This is the program.cs. After giving the connection we have to write the builder.services, add the connection. After that only it will work. The code is running. It takes some time for the running. Our program is running successfully. This is the Swagger. Web API is runs by default Swagger only. This is the by default location, localhost 7209 swagger.index.html, and this is one is the Web API. This is one is the Angular Web API client. This is the server side application for this one. Here you can see, right, localhost 7029. It will run on the port number 7029. And this one is the client side. It means each one is the Angular. It runs on the 4200. I am copying the HTTPS 4200. Now I am copy pasting the Google. See, this is the Angular. It like as a front end. This is the default data. When you are creating the project, it will get the weather forecast by defaultly. Okay, now we see the connection string. How to give the connection? Okay, before giving the connection we have to import these three things: entity framework core, SQL server, entity framework tool, and configuration. How to import means go to the tools and node package manager. In that node package, okay, first we have to stop the code. After stopping the code, go to the tools, node package manager. In that, manage NuGet packages. Open that one. This is that one. Go to the browser and search everything. Now I am searching the Microsoft SQL Entity Framework for SQL. Now I am searching. this one only we have to install. Server side showing not install. We have to install, like now I am installing the version 8.0.0. I am installing. It takes few seconds. Install successfully. Installed successfully. Next one is the tools. Entity frame, Microsoft Entity Framework tools. You have to search. This one also 8.0.0 only. Click on install. I accept it. It takes few seconds. My entity framework tools also successfully installed. Next one is the Microsoft extended configuration. You have to give the configuration. Search in browser. This one only, first one, Microsoft extension install 8.0.0. Now I am using the latest version, right? 8.0.0. That's why I am using that one. I installed successfully. Now go to the code. Now go to your application, server application. We have to create the, first we have to create models. Now I am taking one folder, add new folder name is model. Inside the model you have to create the one class. Using the class, as of now I am using like employee class. EMP. Here difference between framework and core means, in framework by default getting without using, we have to getting some namespaces or different namespaces, but we don't want to use that. In core we didn't get any unwanted namespaces. Only if you want namespaces you have to install in core. In framework by default it will come all the namespaces. Okay, you have to give the properties here. Public int id get set. If you click on like key, it is like a identity. When you are giving the in SQL Server you specify the identity, right? Here in entity framework you have to specify like key, like employee public string for the employee name. Get the set public string employee number. Employee number. Get set. These are all the properties. Public string, public string employee age. Like get to set. Here I am small changing, not public int id, right? I am giving specific employee id, not like just id. Okay, now completed. After that we have to create one more folder. Add application db contest. We have to create the contest, right? For connecting the database we have to write db contest, like app db contest. Now I am taking app db contest. Just now I am taking as a folder name as a data, because we have to store the database, right? I am giving the data. Inside the data we have to create one more class. The class name is the I am giving application DB contest. Based upon the DB contest only we have to connect the database. Application DB contest. Click on it. Yes. Create the application DB contest. In this we have to create one constructor. Public. Here we have to write the constructor. Constructor as a class name. Public application. DB contest. We have created one constructor. Here we have to input extend the DB contest. DB context. Okay, DB context. Inside we have to write the parameters like here we have to write parameters like DB context. Let's select the DB context options. Inside we have to write the class name application DB context. Write options. Order name you want you can take like base options. We have to write this. Here we have to write base option. Base. Okay, inside the constructor we don't want to write anything. After the constructor we have to write the table name. Public DB set. Inside DB test we have to write the class name. Employee or class name is employee, right? EMP. Okay. Right, employees. Okay, this is our table name. Now we have to write the connection string in app.json. Here we have to write connection string. Here now I am copying this one connection string. Now I am copying everything. I am pasting app.json. Here I am pasting. Here we have to write our SQL server name and whatever you want to database name. Okay, now I am opening the SQL. SSMS. Opening the SQL server. So I am copying the server name and pasted here. And the database name is the Angular CRUD. We are doing CRUD operations, right? And that's why I am giving name as the Angular CRUD operations. Like CURD only. Okay. No sir. Now connection string successfully established. After that we have to go to the program.cs. Here we have to write enable the connection string. After here writing only, if you run they will access. Otherwise we don't get any we don't get any database name in SQL server. Okay. Now builder.server services dot add db context here we have to write the application dot db context. Here we have to see application dot db context. We have to add this one. After that close the mark. After that open the curly braces. After that you have to give any specific name like A, B, C, D, like that, whatever you want you have to give. Now I am giving the options. Options, option dot user SQL server builder dot configuration dot get connection string. Get connection string. You have to write your connection string. Where we can find the connection string in app settings.json. This is our connection string. This is my connection string. Now I am giving the connection string. Establish completed successfully. Once you have to save, then you have to run the package manage console, because you have to see the database, right? First you have to enable the migration. This is like core first approach. We are using here entity framework, not ADO.NET. ADO.NET is the ADO.NET database first approach. ADO entity framework is the code first approach. We have to write first models. After that, adding the DB context, and here giving the migrations only. After that only you have to add the database in like tables, models like a tables. Okay. Now I am enabling migrations. Enable migrations. Give the correct name. If it is wrong, give like that error only. Okay. Enter enable. Be careful while typing. You have to show the spelling correct. Give the correct spelling. Otherwise, you have to go to Google and search for entity framework. Enable migration, add migration, like that. MIGRATAONS. See, I am giving here MIGRATAONS migrations. Okay, and after that you have to use the add migration, right? You have to copy paste or you have to type. I am copy pasting add migrations. You have to give specific name for my adding migration. I am giving the first, or give initial, whatever name you want. Build started, build succeed. It takes some time. Okay, add migration build was successfully added. When you are successful build succeed, you have to go to the server. You have to check here migrations is added. Yeah, you have to check migrations. This is the first, right? I am giving like first. This is all the migrations. Migration create table name employee. Our table name is employees. Okay. After that you have to give update database. Update database. Okay, give correctly update database. Okay, build started, build succeed. Okay, here we are to creating the table in database, like employee is an ordinal identity. You have to give like key we have to give and right. That's why it shows as identity. Okay, now go to the database. This is our database. Now I am connecting our database. Refresh once again if you want refresh, otherwise you have to check. Go to open the database, extend the database. Our database name is, you have to check app.json. This is my database name, Angular CRUD. Now here we have to check. It's taking some time, it's loading. We are expanding, right? This is our database name. I am opening the new query. I am selecting the database Angular CRUD. Here select star from table name. employees. Once you have to execute the query, here once execute your query, this is our right for giving models, right? In model we have to give some properties, right? This one is. You have to see now how to connect the database by using entity framework. In next video we have to see add and update, delete in entity framework only. After that we have to go to the Angular. Please subscribe our channel. Tata, bye guys.